Hello, welcome to the Year 2 Meet the Teacher session. I'm Mrs. Chappells.
And I'm Mrs. Dodds.
I'm Mrs. Norfolk.
Okay, and we're here just to give you a bit of an insight into life in Year 2 this year. So we are recording, so if you would rather not be on, because this will be shared later on, we're just letting you know about that. Thank you very much.
So basically, we just want to introduce ourselves as we have done, but also let you know that we have got Year 2 teaching assistants. We've got Mrs. G and Mrs. Hawkett, and also that in Wales, Mrs. Dodds and Mrs. Norfolk, myself and Mrs. Norfolk. I teach Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Mrs. Norfolk.
I do Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so the structure of the day, as you can see, is very similar to Year 1. The children come in, we have early morning work, registration, and then throughout the day, we've got different lessons. These might change depending on PE, depending on if we have anything else going on in the day. But if you just want to take a look, this is roughly what is happening during the day. It's really important that the children are in on time, because as you can see, we've got early morning work and then we do start phonics straight away. We have got assembly 3 times a week as well, and then both classes are doing swimming, which is very exciting this year. So that will be on a Thursday afternoon, starting with dolphins very soon.
And just normally the curriculum is as follows. We carry on doing the same subjects as before: English, math, science, PE, PSHE, music, geography, history, RE, computing and DT. So huge variety that the children are going to be learning as always. The topics we're going to be covering, which are subject to change. So this autumn, our topic is Land Ahoy. We're talking about Captain Cook, and it's very geography and history based. Spring 1, and it is, as we say, subject to change, muck, mess and mixtures. Spring 2, towers, tunnels and turrets, and that goes into summer 1, and that's where we would probably have a visit to Windsor Castle. And then in summer 2, it's street detectives. Again, this is subject to change, but we will be also covering the Stone Age in Year 2, where we'll have a visit to Butser Farm. But we'll let you know about all those educational visits as they come about and nearer to the time.
Okay, so during the year, we will be doing we'll be assessing the children all throughout the year. At the end of Year 2, we do end of key stage assessment, which is in reading, writing and maths. And some of you will know from previously, whether you've had brothers and sisters throughout the school, or you've just heard, Year 2 have always done SATs. However, this is not compulsory anymore. We don't have to do the SATs, and we always keep it very low key anyway. The children, when they do any assessments at the end, it is exactly like they have been doing all the way through Year 2, so nothing is different. They're very used to it, and we do it sometimes in groups, sometimes over 2 or 3 weeks. So the children are very used to it, and a lot of the assessment, the evidence is from their ongoing work anyway, all the way through the year. So you will know where your children are from parents' meetings. We've got the books as evidence. We know how the children are working. So it's just like any other year where we know the children really, really well, and that is continuous through the year.
Also on a Wednesday afternoon, we are released for planning time, planning prep and assessment time, PPA. In Year 2, it's on a Wednesday afternoon, and the children will be taught by Mrs. Anning and Miss Petru. So Mrs. Anning will be in with Wales, and Miss Petru will be in with Seals.
So again, that may change.
Homework and expectations. I'm going to combine this slide and the next one. So we have got obviously very high expectations of the children at Grovelands. And one of those things is we really, really would love you to be reading daily with your children. And they do have their reading records. You do not need to write a big comment, but it's really interesting for you to discuss with them what they're reading, look at the language, and just even see what they understand. Is there any new words in their reading books? If there's any problems with anything, put that in the comments and we will pick that up. Homework will be going out on a Wednesday, and we give them plenty of time to get that done for a Monday, when we would really love that to be brought back. In fact, we'd really, because it gives us time to mark it, go through it, assess it with them. And if there's any problems, obviously they're brought to our attention. We will be doing SPAG, maths, arithmetic, maths, reasoning. And after October half term, they will be getting specific books out, which covers all those areas. And that goes, with, the expectations of getting things done with your children. And we're obviously working very hard with them in school. We also expect, so we can get through all the subjects, that they're on time, which is really important. And it's expected to be higher than 96%. Uniform, please can you keep in line with our school uniform? And on Tuesdays and Thursdays in Wales, the same in Sales, we have PE, so please can they be wearing their PE kits on those days? Please, no big hair bands, no earrings, or if they've got earrings, they should be the little plastic studs. And obviously just keeping in line with what you already know. And oh yes, Seals, you're going to be swimming. Dolphins. Why do I keep going to dolphins? Sorry, bit mistake. Dolphins are going swimming on Thursdays, but the date will be later on.
Yes, no, it's next week. But Dolphins have already got the letter, so everybody knows about that. So that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and Wales, don't worry, we won't be going until January.
So moving on, we have, as you all know, we have our Grovelands values, and this works really well with our expectations, and these are embedded at school, and we know that you're trying really hard to embed them at home, so please keep doing so. Kindness, uniqueness, respect, trust, friendship, and determination. And we do really love it when they're showing these values. They might get values tokens, they get a praise card. We send out postcards to children that are really showing and who are keen to actually be these brilliant, respectful children. And each class has created a set of promises based on these values, which they've all signed. We did last week. And the children will then get values token, which then they give them to each of the children are in their houses. They all know you the same as year one, yew, sycamore, chestnut, and birch. And these values tokens go towards the end of year prizes. And the winning house each term gets to have a special treat in school. So yes, please keep embedding all the values at school, at home, out of school. Thank you very much.
Okay, if there are any concerns and you would like to have a word, the parental concerns, as you can see, is to us first of all, and then we can deal with it as quickly as possible. Please do not, be at home worrying about something. It could be something, you think it might be quite minor, but to the children, it could be really major during the day and have an impact on their learning. So we do like to really nip things in the bud, and we can sort things out as quickly as possible. And then you can see the step-by-step guide to who we speak to. So it's a class teacher first, then it's the phase leader, which is Mr. Kempton, and then it will go to the senior leadership team. Emails as well, they go directly to info@Grovelands, and we try to respond within 24 hours because, as you can understand, we're really busy during the day and we are with the children for most of that time. Again, at the top of the screen, you will see if your child is actually worried, they can speak to us. If they don't want to speak, we have little notes they can write. They can talk to you. There's lots of different ways that, we really do encourage the children to talk about any issues. And also during PSHE lessons, we do circle times, we explore feelings, we do lots of learning to teach the children how to, solve their problems and who to talk to as well.
parent meetings. So we do have parent meetings in the autumn and spring terms. Please, when the dates come out, please sign up for an appointment, because if we've got any problems beforehand, of course we will talk to you. But this gives you an opportunity to look at their books, and the children get so excited to share their work with you. And we get really excited to meet you properly and to have a chance to discuss everything that we're doing with your children in class. Any parents who've got children with special needs, they will also be invited to a pupil passport meeting every term to talk about their child. And if you've got any questions at all, please feel free to talk to us in school. At the end of the day is generally better than in the morning, because we're trying to get the children in and started in the morning. So please, we're not being rude if you think we can't talk to you properly in the morning. It's just we're trying to get started with the day, and we'll look forward to speaking to you in the afternoon. If any of you have got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask us now. There might be a minute for a chat.
Yes, yeah. Just like to add that the children are settled really well. It's the first full week of normal class routines, the curriculum. So everything's going so well, and the children have just settled fantastically.
So we've got a question. Will Grammar Wizard be coming back to Grovelands after COVID? Mrs. Hall was fabulous. Not that we're aware of. So
sorry.
That's not something we're looking at the moment. We scroll down, I think it's scroll down the side. I think that was it, really.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you all at the end of the day when you pick up the children.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.